Hello! Welcome back to Splatoon single player. Directly after we finish the previous recording, there are 3 more levels and a boss to do in this world. So, let's get to it, I guess. Ink Visible Avenues. That's like a pun! And this is one of the nicest looking ink colors that's basically only in single player. And that light is synced up to the music. And also we're in space. Why are we in space? Well, we're not actually in space, but you know, whatever. So, the gimmick of this level is, well, obvious. Invisible paths. Those Octo Scallywags hit the path, did they? They did indeed do exactly that thing that you just said. Also, hey, guess what? Octolings can show up outside of Octoling levels when they feel like it. That was a surprisingly effective throw. I actually didn't expect that to work. But, there's walls everywhere. Yeah, that was a scary jump. Invisible walls, invisible floors. It's a good thing we have an unlimited amount of ink to show where all of these things are. Heh, heh, heh. That's it. That's alluding to something that will happen in the future. Hello, Octostamp. It's been a while since we've seen one of you. A relatively rare enemy type for... well done. Good job? I don't know if I've seen them just fall off before. What was I saying? Oh yes, Octostamps are a relatively rare enemy type for how little threatened they are. That guy only didn't fall off because he literally can. I wonder if there's a path there. Nah, that would be silly. But there's also a thing underneath here. Because there's also a path here. And there's the scroll. Always be observing. The Octarian see-through technomajiggies are pretty neat. So this is just a big, fat, giant invisible wall, which I am mostly just covering to show that there is in fact a giant, fat, invisible wall here. There is an opening right there, though. It's important to remember where this opening is for that thing that I not subtly hinted at very much later. Did I mention that we're going to be covering the Amiibo challenges? Because that's one of them. Limited ink challenges. But that's a bit far away. The path is completely invisible. That is the truth. That's what I believe, at least for now. And squeegees just to make your life even more miserable. But you know, it's not really that hard to figure out where everything is. All things considered. The path gets really narrow, but... it can be a problem to get through these stupid pieces of crap, garbage. Squeegees are like my least favorite thing. In context of this game, not in context of actual things that are called squeegees, because that would be strange. I don't really have an opinion on squeegees in real life. I'm nervous just watching. I'm sure the viewers aren't quite as nervous as Captain Cuttlefish. I say that as if you're not here, all of you who are watching this at any point in time. You know, Octarians, your invisible technomajiggies are a little bit less useful when you have, like, obvious, please destroy this fish, to make everything appear things next to it. But whatever. I should not criticize your level design. Ah, my armor. I was using that to not die. And it worked. But now it's gone. Oh. Can I... Not really. Huh. I guess you have to upgrade your ink tank, but in, like, multiplayer, you can usually shoot more of those before you run out of ink. Like 3 or 4, depending on how much ink-related abilities that you are carrying. Oh. Some of these jumps are kind of scary. They look satellites. Yep. Because we're in space! Twice a year, the Inkopolis Collection Fashion Show captures the hearts, minds, and wallets of the city's youth. Is there no room in these creatures' minds for anything but battle and fashion? Check out those fashionable jellyfish. None of these outfits appear in the actual game. Well, I mean, I guess you could sort of construe the one on the right as like a school uniform looking thing, which is an outfit in the actual game. Yes, I knew that I could wear up to 3 pieces of armor, Captain Cuttlefish. Thank you for telling me! Alright, what's this? Shifting platforms. We're in space again. Or it could just be nighttime. Whatever. It's also a cave. So, today's gimmick is moving platforms. Good thing you can slip through that grating in ZL squid form, which is something we have known for quite a while. How come all these monitors just have, like, a picture of an Octarian on them? Is it some sort of morale boost? And what purpose does that serve? First of all, it's a stoplight with only 2 colors. Second of all, it's not doing anything. Thirdly, it's nowhere close to a road. But anyway, watch your step. This level's whole idea is to shove you into a bottomless pit of despair. But it's not really that hard to get around, so... props for the effort, I guess. Your projectiles are slow, sir. Alright, maybe burst bombs have their uses. The fact that they detonate instantly does make them a decent alternative. Oh. Oh. Just fail my target practice here for a while. You could probably just jump through these when they're standing still, but what I did there was probably what you're intended to do, more or less. Here's some armor. Because why not? I'm not forgetting anything, am I? See, there's that grating all the way over there, but that's actually nothing, because that's just where all the stuff was. And there's boxes over there, but I don't think that the scroll... You know what? It's not like it's hard to navigate. Yep, they weren't the scroll. But I mean, like, some extra power eggs, never a bad thing. Yes, thank you. Cuttlefish, you are not that useful, to be honest. Hey, look, it's the scroll. That was hidden. And by that I mean it was not hidden. Here the shifting platforms get a little bit more crafty because you can't ink every side of them and, well... Only a little bit more crafty, let's be honest. They also start shifting faster. I probably could have done that safer, but you know. Also, those balloons are there for no reason. And just like that, we're already at the final checkpoint. There she blows. Shifting even faster now. Can I? Yes, I can. Fine, I'll make use of all these stupid bombs like you guys were saying they're good and whatever. Grumble. They do consume more ink than they do in multiplayer, though. At least those, that kind. And you definitely don't need them, because I did mostly not use them first time. Oop. Whoop. Whoop. Also, yet again, there's a grate there that doesn't actually mean anything, because that's just where the dude was standing. And here we have to ink up the side. I want to make sure that these are safely covered enough before I actually try to climb them. Reminder that you can stick on walls. Oh no! I made an error. Is that the first time I've actually died? Yeah, that Seeker usage is accurate to multiplayer, though. Let's see if we can avoid making that mistake this time. But yeah, I totally just died to demonstrate the respawning at checkpoints stuff that I probably mentioned at some point. You know how it is. I don't know why you can ink the other sides of these. It's very unnecessary. You can go on top of these too, but that's also probably not a good idea. There we go. Yes, that is indeed how you climb it. Unlike the first time. Also, more pictures of this single Octarian. Cool. Heralded by loud explosions, the great octo-weapons quickly stormed the Inkling's central stronghold. Victory for the Octarians seemed all but certain, but due to a plug being carelessly pulled from its socket, their hopes were dashed. Always be careful to plug in your super death weapons! And also check out that Game & Watch Octopus. Possibly. One more level. You ran out of stuff to teach me a while ago. Time for some more Octolings. And also the Black Belly Skate Park, another multiplayer map. As far as multiplayer maps go, here they come, Octolings ahoy! But as far as multiplayer maps go, this one is mostly... Well, this is probably the most wide-open multiplayer map. Well, I mean, this or Kelpton. They can do anything you can. Can they actually use all the bomb types? I don't know. Wow, that's very uninspired me versus Graffiti, whoever put that there. Just this Splatoon. I mean, come on. But yeah, this is a very wide open multiplayer map. These barriers are not there in multiplayer, of course. And also in the multiplayer map, this tower here in the center is a big freaking deal. Take the high ground indeed. That is good advice for multiplayer in this situation. You're not been very good with your aim there, lady. Unfortunately for you. Anything over here? No? Okay. There's the final checkpoint, but there's probably some not final checkpoints somewhere else that I just didn't hit. I mean... Where are you? He says they can do anything I can't, but it looks like they only use one kind of bomb. Anyway, still need to find that one thing that's important. You know, like this one or whatever. You can go up areas like this and sneak around a little bit, but not too much. Yeah, this is just nothing quite over here. Right. The scroll's probably over on the enemy base side somewhere. I mean, that would make sense. Well, Captain Cuttlefish, there's probably Octolings in the Octoling. I mean, you know, it's just a hunch. There's also some free armor, though. Get over here. Is that the scroll right there? No, that's an Inkzuka. That's not the scroll either. I mean, there's only so many places it can be. So it's probably over here. Yep. Over there, on the side path that's on each side of the map that sometimes people forget to cover with ink in Pure Force. Don't forget to cover your side paths, squids or kids. I don't need to kill all of them, but I will anyway. Whoop. And of course, this little platform obviously is not there in multiplayer either. But yeah, whenever there's a multiplayer map in single player, it's pretty dang easy to get through. And with that, that's all the World 3 levels, so... Well, first of all this. Lady luck shone down on the Inklings, and historians today agree that the Inklings' victory over the Octarians was mostly due to their superior number of limbs. History is written by the winners, after all. So, this is a fairly realistic-looking picture, right? And so is that. But, like, Judd goes from a cat to Judd. What's the deal? Also, why is there a price tag on this one? Maybe that's just a mascot costume instead of, like, actually Judd. Maybe Judd isn't real. He's real. But yep, boss kettle. Okay, fine, I'll just use the things that I would really have to use. Nope. Nope. Who's our boss this time? The rampaging Octo-Whirl! This guy, admittedly, I think it took me a little while to figure out what I was supposed to be doing. A little while, anyway. Weird, creepy, ambient noises that are in every boss fight. Not too bad. Looks like Fortress from Pokemon, though. So this guy is essentially a big version of the Octoball enemies. And by that I mean, well, your goal is to get him submerged in your ink. It's more important that it's a lengthy pool of ink than it is, like, wide or anything else. He just needs to have a long enough path to go down to get submerged. And his gimmick is making it harder to make a straight path for him to go down. First, we have the floor moving. It honestly doesn't help him too much. And now, the last hit, the slightly harder. Now you can't ink half of it. Maybe slightly harder is doing a disservice, because this is actually kind of significantly a problem. Well, I mean, maybe not. Nice looking cool gears and stuff, though. Yeah, that boss happened. Actually, I don't think this is the boss. That took me a little while to figure out. I think it was the next one. "11 hits. Weird. But yeah, that guy happened. Boss 3 dead. World 3 done. Hot dang, Agent 3, you're on fire! But I've got a bad feeling about, well... I'll just go take a quick look for myself. By the way, I've been meaning to introduce you to Agents 1 and 2. Once we're all assembled, I'll bake some Krabby Cakes. Cuttlefish. No, you! It can't be! Gahaha! Time to face the music, old-timer! Wait! Rawr. Stop! No! Scratch one, Cuttlefish. Dots. Oh no! Something has happened to Cuttlefish. What will we do? We will get some weapon blueprints for the arrow spray, which is one of the best weapons. Maybe. Well, like, the arrow spray at first was the most freaking overused weapon in existence. Short-circuiting. But I think over time people have learned that it has its disadvantages and started to favor things with more range. So that's interesting. Anyway, that's World 3. So next time, World 4. I mean, obviously. It's starting to become more difficult to find the levels. The hub's getting more complicated. But we still only have 6 levels per thing. Let's just mark one, at least, somewhere, so that we can, teleport here easier. I mean, you can activate these things, too. But yeah. What is that mysterious silhouette? Find out next time on Splatoon. Until then, as usual, if you like my stuff, support me if you want. Or don't, it's okay. I will only be slightly despaired. But don't take it personally. Anyway, stay fresh. Yes, that. Do that. Go and take a shower.